I think this Street Champions is an excellent project.
I get a lot of buzz out of it.
Cleaner neighbourhood, more kids playing on the street, elderly's walking the street more safely. So in a way it's more, I would say, upbeat for the streets.
I think it's absolutely vital and crucial to getting people more involved with their area and actually making things work on a local basis.
I think we need to encourage more people who can join these teams, and try to bring pride into their own areas.
So I think this project at the local level is about empowering people, to do things for themselves. The project is all about getting keen, active local residents to act, if you like, as the eyes and ears for the particular community or street in which they live.
Street champions can get involved in two main things. Firstly, they can become the eyes and ears of the council, as in if they see an issue, mainly in their area, on their street, such as fly tipping or graffiti, or the bins haven't been taken away, then they can ring up and report that. The other thing a street champion can do is help to organise environmental activities, such as we've arranged flower planting activities up and down people's streets. They've helped us with delivering leaflets. They've helped with large-scale litter picks. But the two main strands are reporting issues and getting involved in the environmental activities.
There was nothing on the estate for children to do, so there was a lot of vandalism and graffiti going on, and people felt it wasn't safe here, and a lot of people were keeping their children indoors. So when I first became involved, it's because I wanted to make the estate a better place for my children to grow up and for everybody else's children to grow up. But the setting up of the Street Champion project was a real help in that sense, because we've had training and we know all the right people to contact to get things done, so we've been much more successful at keeping the area tidy and free of graffiti and so on.
Street champions are ordinary citizens who volunteer to take on responsibility of keeping their own streets and their own neighbourhoods clean and tidy. Everybody expects somebody else to have reported the graffiti. Everybody expects somebody else to have reported the abandoned vehicle. By saying to this person, you take responsibility for doing that, you report it in, and by supporting and encouraging that person to do that means things get sorted quicker. And of course, if the abandoned vehicle isn't removed, if the graffiti isn't removed, then we have our street champion to be able to follow that up and to be saying to the council or whoever, I reported that, but you haven't done anything. When are you going to do it? And so we hold the council and the other statutory agencies to account in many ways by making sure that they do the things that they're supposed to be doing, and that's a benefit for everybody.
Normally I'll go around and keep an eye on things, and if we've had any fly tipping or whatever, I can report it and get it cleaned up. I keep in contact with everyone on the estate and they come and tell me things that need doing. We have specific numbers at Birmingham City Council that we can contact, and they're aware that we're street champions, so we have a good working relationship with them to get things done, and we also have a close working relationship with the street wardens, which helps enormously.
Hello, welcome to Contact Birmingham. You're through to Tina. May I take your postcode, please? Thank you very much. And the first.
One of our advisors will answer the call and will deal with the query from the street champ or environmental warden. That, depending on the nature of the call, a job will then be generated. So for example, if it was a street cleansing job that was required to be done, we would book that onto the system. Once it's booked onto the system, that would then go to the relevant depot for that area, and then a crew would be dispatched to action the job and clean up the street or fix whatever it is that the problem's been. Street Champions is very good, because it generally improves the standard of the city and where people live.
We'd like to eventually get everybody a visit to the contact call centre. I think it helps them to understand what goes on the other side, rather than just hearing a voice at the end of the phone.
I think this Street Champions is an excellent project because you get training, it's informing people of how they can take positive action where they live, and it gives people the opportunity to make where they live tidier and more pleasant. And I think people respect a place more if you keep it tidy. If you just ignore rubbish piling up, other people come and add to it. If you try and take care of the place, people do respect it more. You can't go back retrospectively and film this estate as it was in 97 and 98. You would have seen a very different situation. It was very heavily vandalised.